Yo, what is up, geeks and nerds? It's your boy Dr. Geekly here, and welcome to Geeking Out Loud, where we talk about everything comics, movies, games, anime, all that geeky nerdy stuff. And today, we got a special co-host with us today, and I'll let her introduce herself.
Hello. Can we hear me? We
Yeah,
good? Yeah. Okay, cool. Just making sure. Um, hello guys. I'm Lazuli, um, from Illinois. If you guys wanted to know, I'm a huge anime nerd. Huge comic book, anything in their general nature, video games, comics, figures. I collect them all. So yeah, it's a little
big
bit
nerd,
about me.
big nerd, big nerd.
Big
And today,
nerd, yeah.
and we recently just watched the movie Until Dawn, the big video game adaptation movie for the horror game, which I think it came out in 2015. I think.
I do believe, yes.
Yeah, for PlayStation. So yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about that. Non spoiler review, but still
No
enough.
spoilers. Yes.
No spoilers, but still enough to get you hyped about it and to go watch it, or not. Up to you. So, Lazuli, what did you think about it first?
Okay, so did I think it was going to be like the video game? In a way, yes. But I did kind of like how they took their turn with it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, maybe, you know, it wasn't bad though. It really wasn't bad. It was enjoyable. I will put it that way. Very enjoyable.
Yeah. Hmm. It was a fun movie. Like, if anyone thinks that it's gonna be completely like 100% like the game, I'm just gonna let you know right now, it's really not completely like it, but it drops Easter eggs and gives hints. You know.
Well, you got to think too with the game. I don't know if you want to get into this part now, but the game they visited their friend who had the cabin in the mountains
Mm-hmm.
in the wintertime. So it kind of threw me off, you know,
Right.
like that. And you got to think there was A-lister actors and actresses in that show.
Right.
Um, were in the video game actually,
Yeah.
and it was based off of your choices, on who lived, who died. So I mean, it kind of threw me off a little.
I mean, we were expecting it to be like that. Like, anytime someone says there's a video game adaptation, we expect full on game adaptation, like straight up, like from like because the source material there, we think they're gonna copy and paste it onto the movies. And yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
but
I mean,
it
was
was
it horrible? I will listen to that later, roommate. Was
it was a fun movie. I'll admit that.
was I disappointed with it? No, I definitely was not. You
Right.
know,
It's a fun movie, and like it has potential, like a lot of potential. I'll admit that.
yeah,
And I mean, the game was enjoyable itself. So we had hopes that this would be a good movie at least, and it definitely, I'll admit it definitely was. Like it would keep you on suspense, keep you at the edge of your seat, and I mean, there's just a lot of potential in that movie.
yeah.
Like without saying too much, we can see sequels coming from this. Like if they do their cards right.
I mean, very well so.
Right.
It can definitely be a sequel
What
to.
what did you like about the game, if I may ask?
What did I like about the game? I liked
Yeah.
there that there was. I love the story behind it. I like the mystery that you didn't know what was going to happen around each turn. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I get it that things were chasing you. Things were this, that, and the other thing, and I loved every bit of it. And I never thought I would get into like an interactive story style game like Until Dawn,
Yeah.
but it was enjoyable.
Right. Like
You
video
know,
game adaptions, like I don't know, people. It's like they got more popularity than anime adaptations. And if I'm going to be quite honest, like because when you take something like from a cartoon or a video game, you're kind of getting nervous. Like you get hyped up about the idea, but you get nervous at the same time. You know, it's like what if they mess up?
Exactly. I mean, you have a lot of things, and like certain things like that. That's like, we were talking about this earlier. That's like Death Note's live action compared to the anime,
Yeah,
Like
or
certain things just shouldn't be done, and sometimes that's the way it goes. I mean,
right. It's like Dragon Ball Evolutions. Like they shouldn't have done that, but they did it with the popularity. And but this is more realistic. Well, not realistic, but more grounded in a way, like compared to all the animes. You know, like and video game stuff. Yeah, this is more grounded story.
yeah.
But I definitely believe people like this gives like a fresh take or fresh like little dine or appetizer for horror fans. You know,
Yeah, I mean, it was good. Like I said, if there is going to be a sequel, which, we'll find out.
right? But no, it's the game was good. Like I don't know much about it. The game, I'll be honest, I didn't play it a lot, but I heard a lot of good things about it, and so I came in this movie kind of blind. But Lazuli here, she did play the game, so she kind of had an open mind about when she watched it.
Well, okay, so like the thing with the game too is like you had choices, you had alternate endings on how this could have gone,
Mm-hmm.
and could the movie have gone that route? Oh, absolutely, because you know there were
Right.
choices that had to be made without giving away spoilers. There's choices that were suggested,
The only
but
thing I'm gonna say really that's spoilers is I like every night because everyone that sees the trailer don't know that they die, they repeat, they die. It's like a happy death day type scenario, and each night they have to figure out a clue on how to beat the cycle. But
but
I
like in
like.
the video game Until Dawn, that wasn't the case. You died, you died.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. Like you didn't come back to relive the night.
Okay. Yeah, it's like I like the little twist on it compared to everything else, and the different creatures they had to face each night, like what you see in the trailer. I love that.
Yeah. But there was, like I said, there were creatures in Until Dawn, you know.
Yeah, but it's we're not like if anyone played the game, they'll probably know what creatures we're talking about. Like, but no, it was a good movie. I give it like what would you give it out of 1 out of 10 rating?
1 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna agree with the critics on this one. I will definitely say it's a must see in theater.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably give it a solid 7
Mm-hmm.
due to it could have been a lot better. It could have been a little bit more true to the game,
Yeah.
but I will give it a solid 7.
Like out of a good story and a good movie, like it wasn't a bad story at all. Like
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
and it kept you like entertained. It kept you cooked. So
Oh yeah, and I mean, good couple jump scares in there too.
yeah, even Lazuli said, you know what, I don't get scared easy. And in one scene, she jumped, and I'm like, I'm looking at her cheesing my ass off, and I'm like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Okay, so sometimes that happens in life.
right, right.
I
But
was not
no,
expecting. I was not expecting that one part. I'm not gonna give
right,
it away. I was definitely like I knew something was gonna happen, but I didn't think it was going to happen there.
yeah.
You know?
But no, it's a good movie overall. I give it mm, a 8. Like, okay, for compared to the video game, I give it like a 6 for stories, but like the hook, I mean, it's fast paced. I'll admit that too. I forgot to add that. It is very fast paced. It don't like straggle along, and it gets straight to the point basically.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, I give it a 7 and a 7.5. But
Because that's one thing I struggle with in a movie. If the movie's plot just kind of just drags on, and you're like, ah,
you just
to
want
the
to get it over
point.
with and go home, and like to the
Yeah,
point. But this is a fast paced movie. It's an hour, like what, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and
and it did feel a lot longer. Um,
right, and that's because you're hooked on the story, hooked on the movie, and
and
but
it didn't
no,
help that I was also hooked on having to use the bathroom.
right, like even Lazuli was like, I want to use the bathroom, but I can't. I have to see what's happening at the end, and I understand that feeling. We all have had that, but what would you recommend? Like this is like because you told me before after the movies, you're like people. I would recommend watching this the first time, but I want to go back and see it again and again. Like it ain't one of those type of movies.
No, I mean, like, I'm typically like, this is one you'll see if you buy this movie. Like, I
Yeah,
feel like you would buy this movie, watch it maybe 2, 3 times a year, and be like completely bored of the movie.
right,
It's not like a movie that you're gonna constantly keep watching over and over and over and over.
right. It's. I mean, there's movies like that, but this ain't one of those movies. It's like one of those movies you watch when you're wanting to have a good fun time, almost like a one timer type deal. But or you can watch it 2 or 3 times, and like Lazuli said, you'd be not tired of it, but burnt out on it. Like it's a good fun movie for a date or something.
Exactly. I agree. Um, definitely a good date movie.
Right.
And
But it's like overall, I'm not telling people not to go watch it. Definitely go watch it. I'll admit that. Like we gave it a rating of 7 and 7.5. It's a good movie, honestly. Overall, like story's
I
good.
will honestly say this, and I do agree with the critics on this one strongly. I think it's better experienced in the theater.
It doesn't help that we're right behind. And this is the cool part. Me and Lazuli were the only people in the theater watching it on the premiere day, and we were right behind the surround. And the surround sound was right behind us, so we were hearing it. If we would have got a jump scare, you would have known, like from the blasting of music and the stopping. So we prepared ourselves. But
Like I
no,
said, it was very, very, very well done.
right. And
Don't go in there thinking, oh, it's gonna be like the video game. Or oh, this is gonna be, like the video game had all these A-listers and
and don't nitpick. That's really what we're saying. Like, if you're a video game fanatic, just agree. Just feel confident that it's not completely like the game, but they're trying their best with adapting the storyline while giving you something new with it. But yeah, I think it's worth a watch. It's definitely
would I go back and see it again? Like my roommate's like, how was the movie? You want to go and see it again? Would I go see it again? I mean, I would, but I feel like it just wouldn't have the same aesthetic.
right. It's like
You
it's a
know?
good it's a good must watch for the first time, basically. But yeah, it was a fun first watch, and anyone that's a fan of the game, they'll love this. Just like I said, and this is a problem with a lot of video game movies and video game fans. They like to nitpick, like compare it hardcore to the game that they want everything done correctly, exactly like it. Sometimes you just need a fresh twist on the story.
Yeah, I can see that. I can get that.
I mean, because it's Hollywood, you gotta spice things up in a way, like mix it up a little bit. Because,
I
like
mean,
I said,
honestly, I also believe if they would have just left it how it was,
hmm
like the game itself, turned that into an actual movie,
hmm
it would be literally like you're watching the video game, you know?
Right, like give them some of the options you would see in the game.
So I'm kind of glad it wasn't, you know?
Right.
I'm kind
But
of
like I
glad,
said,
you
it's
know.
it's like one of like we said, it's a must watch for the first time. Horror fanatics would love it. It's like they would agree it's a fun movie. And we also got we're gonna hype this up too while we're at it. I can get over the fact that we've seen for one of the previews, Megan 2.0. That's a movie that's gonna be a fun movie and it looks good.
Yes, we will definitely be going to see that one as well
Right.
again together. Um,
Yes.
and
It's
then maybe shortly after that, we will do a podcast on that, like opening night podcast.
right. It's but no,
That's
it's
all up to Dr. Geekly there.
yeah. But no, until dawn, like we said, it's a short, sweet review, not spoilerish. But I did have to tell people that it's not completely like the game, just so fans don't get their hopes up and then they're like, "This movie sucks," and just
Yeah.
throw down their
Why did
money.
I come up with this? You know?
Right, like some people will do that if they don't. If they expect it fully like the game, and they don't get what they want, they riot like a kid in a toy store, and they got someone said no to their Snickers.
Like I told my roommate, I go, it's not like the game.
Right.
And he's like, oh, I'm like, what? Like, I go, hold up, it's still good, you
It's
know?
good. Hold it. Hold it.
Because he also played the game.
Right. And like I said, fans of the game should have an enjoyable experience with it. Like, but keep an open mind. It's not fully like the game, and you should be good. So,
Absolutely.
but no, everyone, Lazuli's gonna start being on our podcast with us. So everyone show her a little bit of love, and yeah, yeah, she's a big nerd, and so, sadly, Mixed Nia could not be with us today. But and I honestly don't believe she's seen the movie. I think she didn't, but no, we're and we also I'm going to say this too, Louis. Like, we've seen some previews on weird movies and good movies. Like, we've seen and I think that's what the movie critics do in the theaters. Like, they just give you a bad preview of a movie, they give you a good preview of a movie. Did you notice that?
Yeah. But there
Like,
was a lot of really good back to back.
right. And I was sorry that we were watching, and it's like one of them was like I can't even announce some of them. Like there's one where it looked like they're merging together, and I think Lazuli knows
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
talking
that
about.
was together. That looks so weird, you
Like
know?
straight up, like they were like just looking at each other. You seen animals together. Like I thought it was like a human centipede spinoff, and I'm like kind of getting
We were
PTSD.
trying to figure out what the whole time. It's like, what are we looking at? What
Straight up,
is
I
it?
was getting
What is
PTSD for a
going
minute,
on?
and I'll tell all the fans this: I have human centipede PTSD. That movie is just messed up. I do not like it. And straight up, if I thought about that, no, I would not think about it. So there's no reason to say it. But no, it's
Well,
my
that was
favorite
a
preview of.
nasty idea with you. I mean, heck.
Wait, what? But no, Megan 2.0. That was one of my favorite previews, and then the Thunderbolts. But no, they're gonna be. It's a good movie. That's all I can say on it before we have to head out. But no, it's
Yeah, I'm slowly starting to get ready. I'm trying to get my dog and myself
right.
ready. I mean, I still have roughly an hour
But it's
before.
better to get early and prepared than late, and you're like, oh crap. But no, it's. But no, overall, Azuli, you enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the movie. You got anything to say to
Yeah.
the fans before we head out?
Um, thank you guys for having me. I know it's my first time with you guys. I definitely appreciate you guys letting me come on in here.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna chill with you guys, so it's been
Yeah, and
amazing.
enjoy the ride, and you'll be on the geeky nerdy train with us, and
Yeah.
we'll see you next time.
Well,
Until
thank you for
everyone,
having me.
of course. And for all you geeks and nerds out there, stay tuned for the next comic and movie, game, anime review out there, and to keep a lookout for us. And make sure to subscribe and share. All right, guys. Thank you, and goodbye.